Or just starting this week.
Raekwon, how well is the front four playing in this, on this team right now?
Our defensive line is playing the best. To me, it's the best in the nation, man. You just know that they're going to eat up gaps. They're going to disrupt the passing lanes, and they're going to pressure the quarterback on every play. So we know as linebackers and as DBs that we don't have to worry about the D-line performing every week because they're going to come out, they're going to play up the standard every week.
Did you see Sam Hubbard coming? Did you see that coming from him this year?
Oh yeah, he's a hard worker, man. During the offseason, he was working hard, showing the other guys that he can go out there and do it on the field. He just had to show that he could handle the game pressure of 100,000 on him.
How about Michael Hill too? He seems to be coming on from 1 week to the next and stuff. What do you see different out of him this year?
I just think, well, with me too, just the confidence level of us all the young guys out there. We just got more confidence in what we're doing, being another year in the system. Mike Hill, Donovan Munger, those guys, and just being more confident out there on the field.
You mentioned the play in the front four. How does that make your job easier to linebacker?
I know that if I get those front guys set, that they're going to dominate the front. So they're disrupting passing lanes, they're eating up run gaps. So we just play out them. So whatever they do, we just play out them.
Nickelback is such a big part of this defense. Sounds like some new guys are going to have to step up. Talk about that nickelback position. Some guys that are going to have to step up at that position, Raekwon.
We got some young cornerbacks. Cam Burrows has been playing outstanding out there, but some young guys got to step up, get him into the rotation. Marshawn Lattimore too. He's going to be ready for it, but I think they'll be ready.
How do you think you played this year? Obviously, you shared time with Curtis last year.
Yeah.
It's now your job alone. How do you think you played?
I think the guys on the sideline really helped me play great, man. I look to the sideline after I make a play or something, or after a play that I messed up on, and just those guys telling me what happened, or when I come back to the sideline, those guys let me know what adjustments I need to make, or how I can play a play better or something like that.
Which guys in particular?
Cam Williams, Joe Berger, Chris Worley, Craig Fader, those type of guys, just on the sideline, even with Coach Fick. Sometimes I don't even have to talk to Coach Fick sometimes on the sideline because Cam Williams is broken down what I just did on the play and how I can play it better. So I think those guys are helping me have confidence on the field this year, helping me play better.
Hey Raekwon, I think that by now Darren Lee is considered one of the best linebackers in college football, but the guy behind him, Chris Worley, I've heard from a few people that he plays almost as well in practice as Darren. What do you see out of Worley, and how good do you think he is?
All those guys are hard workers. Darren, he's just a starter right now. This is the starting title that he has. But at any moment, Coach Fick can just tell Chris Worley to go out there and do the same exact thing that we have the confidence in him that he'll go out there and do the same exact things, that make the same plays that Darren's made, because he plays inside the system and he just knows what he's doing.
What is it like when you're playing next to Darren, the way he's playing right now and last year? What stands out to you about him?
Darren's, he's out there, he's confident as well. So you can just look in the guy's eyes, look at him and Joshua's eyes, and just know that they're confident in me. Playing beside two All-American type linebackers is amazing, because just watching them make plays, and it's making me want to play up to their standards and play up to the Silver Bullet standards and the guys that played before us.
Darren keeps referring to it as y'all are having fun out there. You wish you could almost play defense all day.
Yeah.
I'm sure you don't, but what is it like out there right now, Raekwon, with the way things are going?
We got the mindset that if we have to win the game 3-0, then that's just how we're gonna win the game. We can't depend on anybody else. We just got to go out there and stop their offense and do our job, and then let everything else take care of itself.
Do you consider yourself an honorary member of the front four right now, the way they keep throwing you up there on the line occasionally on some of those sets, and you're standing on the edge? When they present those game plans every week, do you get excited about what you see? What do you know what I mean? What do you think about the plans that you're getting right now?
I know that Coach Fick is going to put me in the best situation possible to make plays for our defense, but I feel like I'm a part of the guys, because every time I come in, Dolphins, Joey, Tommy, Taekwon, they always show love to me when I'm on the line, so that's fun.
You mentioned that.
I'm sure with as well as things are going for the defense, there are still things that you hope to improve on. What are those things right now? Because it's pretty hard for us to identify.
there's always room for improvement in everything I do. Just, Coach Fick just got on us about crossing over inside the box. Just little small stuff like that. It's the little things that make the most impact on your game. Crossing over inside the box, our alignments, being precise in our alignments, getting the guys in front of us in line, making the adjustments, and knowing what the back end is doing behind us, just small stuff like that.
You said earlier when the front four has been great when you kind of get the guys set up where they're supposed to be, and you just kind of mentioned it again there. And the middle linebacker is supposed to be the quarterback of the defense, so to speak. How do you think you're coming along in that role? Do you feel comfortable even as a second-year sophomore kind of being directing traffic in there?
Last year I wasn't real confident on setting the front and then knowing what the back end is doing behind me. But, with the help of Josh and Darren and even Vaughn and Tyvis, those are the guys that I really work with on the play-by-play. Just setting the front, knowing what the front is doing in front of me, and whatever set the offense comes out of, Vaughn is always yelling at the coverage behind me, so he always helps me out, and I'm more confident with what I'm doing, so I can play a lot faster.
When you mentioned that the mentality is if you have to win a game 3-0, that's what you'll do. You've seen what the offense can do when they're going through struggles like this. What do you think? Are you just thinking, hey, it's a matter of time for them to catch back up, or does it just say, hey, we got to do what we got to do? What do you think when you see them struggling, which has been uncharacteristic the last few years for them?
I really don't think about all the offensive stuff that we're supposed to do or something like that, but whenever the defense is called up, we just know we got to go on the field and do what we do, like you just said. Regardless of what the situation is, regardless of what kind of situation we've been put in, we just got to go on the field and get stopped.
Is the offense looking better in practice than they are on game day, though?
Best offense in the nation, if you ask me, because some of the looks that they give us in practice is some of the hardest stuff that we've seen all year so far. So we'll see what happens.
I was going to say, do you sense a frustration on that side right now, Raekwon, about the way things have gone the last 2 weeks?
No, I don't sense frustration, man. It's the guys on our team, they know that when they're going through hard times that they have to put a hard work helmet on and just go to work. Mm-hmm. They go to practice Tuesday. We start practice back Tuesday, and I know that the guys are going to come out with a high intensity and practice and just work hard.
Raekwon, we've heard you and a lot of other defensive players use the phrase "do your job" a lot this year.
Yeah.
Where does that originate from?
Coach Myers' concept, man. Don't worry about the guy in front of you or beside you, because if you worry about the guy in front of you or beside you and don't do your job, then you're the guy that they're looking at on their side, if you understand what I'm saying. So if you do your job, everything else around it will take care of itself.
Raekwon, have you seen much video of Western Michigan?
Yeah, man. As soon as I get done with this, I'll be going to watch it. As soon as I get done with these interviews. But I'll watch a little bit of the film. But as soon as I get done with this, we'll attack that a little bit more.
And a little bit that you've seen, what have you seen from them? Were they a lot like in Northern Illinois on offense?
Yeah. Bring out a lot of sets like Northern Illinois, but I think they have a good offense. Great, nice, decent quarterback. But we just have to see.
You mentioned that you like being up on the line when they do use you in that role, but it seems like they're using Darren and Josh a bit more to rush off the edge like that. What kind of pressure does that put on you when they do send those guys off the edge and you're kind of the only backer back there?
I'm just waiting for those guys to go make a play. So just sitting out there watching those guys make a play, man, I'm happy for them. I mean, I think I'm happier for when they make a play than when I make a play for myself.
How would you describe the way Adolphus is playing right now?
Top 5 pick. I mean, because he's eating up everything in front of me, so he lets me play free. Him and Tommy, my 3 taking my nose. Even the second string guys, when they come in, they're eating up everything, man. But I think Adolphus is at the top of his game right now. He always can get better, but I think he's playing great right now.
Is it because he's attacking? I mean, what is it that stands out more than anything else about the way he's going at it?
I just feel like he has the confidence and knows that nobody, if he really puts his mind to it, that nobody in front of him can block him. Mm-hmm. And I feel real confident that he's thinking like that.
Are you surprised he's not a captain? Because he comes across like a leader. He's a senior. I know you guys have a lot of good leaders on this team, but are you surprised that Adolphus isn't a captain?
When you have a team full of leaders and a team full of seniors that are eligible to be captains, you have to wean it down to really the ones that everybody's voted for. And when we went through the voting process, those guys that received the most votes were the team captain. So I guess we still look at him as a captain on the defense, even though he's not technically a team captain. but everybody knows on the team that he's a captain in the books.
If he's a top 5 pick, then what's Mr. Bosa with all the double teams and sometimes even triple teams that he's absorbing?
I think if a Dolphins top 5, you know what Joey is, number 1. And number 2 is the least that he'll go, in my opinion.
Hey Raekwon, when it seems like when teams try to attack you guys on the edge, whether it's like a screen or running it out there, that Vaughn or Darren is always kind of there to shut it down. What makes those two guys so good at kind of taking away those stretch plays that teams try to hit you with?
Man, they attack on defense. Usually that's the offensive vocabulary to just go to attack the defender. But on defense, we attack the offense. Instead of waiting on them to come block us, we go attack the block and get off the block and go make the play. I think Vaughn and Darren are going to doing that great on the outside.
Raekwon, do you pay attention to the polls, et cetera? I mean, were you concerned that you guys might lose your top spot after last week's game, and then you see Alabama get beat by Ole Miss? I mean, are you aware of things that are going on nationally? I mean, do you keep up with that kind of stuff?
No, I don't really pay attention to the polls because at the end of the day, it's about what you go out there and do on the field. If we don't hold up our end and we lose our game, then what does the polls even matter anymore? Yeah.
All right, thanks
man.
everyone.
Thanks,
Raekwon.
Raekwon.
Appreciate it.